It's time to check in on the latest buzz in the entertainment world.
Liz and Mike from 105.1 The Buzz joining us live. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, guys.
Morning. We are bopping. All right.
MJ.
We're going to have a new biopic of Michael Jackson. Who is going to play him?
Jafar Jackson, his nephew. So they made the announcement, and if you see a side-by-side picture, he looks very much like young Michael. He's actually released music on his own. He sounds like Michael Jackson. And as a moviegoer, I think this is really great because you'll have the family like being like, oh, this is his mannerism. He did this, he did that. Because who knew Michael Jackson better than necessarily like his family? But as a person, ooh, that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. Next time you go to the barbecue, you're trying to live up to that legacy. Like, that's rough.
Seriously, and this is Jafar's, movie debut here. So
Wow.
imagine your first big role in Hollywood, the King of Pop.
Well, I mean, we saw a pretty similar circumstance with Straight Outta Compton. You know, we saw family members and sons step up to play, Ice Cube. It was overall, that was a success.
I mean, it was really good. I just think the pressure of that to like know that everybody's watching and waiting to see what happens. They shared a picture up on their Twitter and it looks like they're getting ready to moonwalk. They have the black shoes and the white socks. Like they're able to just embody the essence. But I would just be so nervous of letting all of my family members down. And then you'd just be the disappointment. Every holiday, every Thanksgiving, everything. They'd be like, oh, remember that time Jafar did a terrible job?
Ah.
I mean, I think the thing we have to keep in the back of our mind here is this is one of the most talented families in American history. Let's not forget the Jackson 5. This is Jermaine's kid. Tito's kids released an album back in 1995 and had a global #1 hit. They were named 3T, and they were signed to Michael Jackson's label. I think they'll do just fine. You got Janet Jackson. LaToya had a psychic hotline at one point. Jafar's going to be okay.
That's true.
That's
This
a really
is a
good
very
point.
talented gene pool.
He has some talent of his own, and I
Yeah.
would imagine one or two mentors he could probably ask a few questions of.
Well, and the thing that's interesting about this biopic, too, is the fact that it does have the Jackson family stamp of approval. This project is being done with their blessing, so at least you don't have that pressure. I always feel a little like, ooh, for the actors and actresses that have to take on a role, to play someone when their family doesn't want the project to happen or, doesn't agree with it or anything like that. So at least that pressure is not there.
Yeah, but you got to think too, though. Austin Butler played Elvis, like 3 years ago now? He filmed that and he still has an accent he's using. I feel like Jafar might end up embodying Michael and just from there on, just trying to be him.
Yeah, he's going to sound like Michael Jackson for the rest of his life. I don't know. We'll have to see.
I mean, I'll say this. I didn't even know who Jafar Jackson was until this morning, and then I found out he had a song. If you listen to the first 30 seconds of that song, you can't tell me that isn't Michael.
Really?
Ooh, okay.
The real question is whether or not he's actually going to be singing in the movie. That's what's intriguing me.
Ooh, that is interesting.
That is
Because
a
I
good
remember, Rocket Man with Taron Egerton.
Yeah.
He did the singing, not Elton.
did the singing.
in that movie, and
But then
it
the
worked
Whitney
out.
Houston biopic that's coming out, they used Whitney Houston's vocals.
Yeah, don't you
They did
have
not
to
do the
though?
singing.
It
So-
seems like it's Whitney.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It'll be
that'll
interesting
be
to see how this comes
super
together.
interesting.
Yeah.
J-Lo might try, but nobody can sound like Whitney Houston.
Agreed.
Nobody.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder
Agreed.
if producer Christian, can we on the break, can we try to play that Jafar
Yeah, I wanna
Jackson
hear
song?
this
I'd love
clip.
to hear that on the way out if we can.
That'd be kind of fun.
All right, so he said he's going to
See if
look
we can
for
look
it,
it
so
up.
we'll see if we can do that. All
Okay.
right.
It's mind-blowing,
So,
I'll tell you that.
hey, from one huge franchise to another, Harry Potter obviously was one of the biggest things in entertainment and TV and movies when the books were coming out and the movies were being made. Rupert Grint, who played Ron Weasley, is kind of opening up about his time as Ron. Sounds like it was a little challenging.
Yeah, he did an interview with Bustle magazine and basically was like, it was a good thing that the movies ended when they did, because basically from childhood on, he would film the movie all year long and then they would promote it. And at one point, he couldn't really distinguish the difference between himself, Rupert, and the character Ron Weasley. And I think even if you watch the movies, a lot of the movies, once the kids started to get older, the actors, their characters began to mirror them more than maybe necessarily the book characters.
Yeah.
And so Rupert Grint talked about how it was a good thing that it ended when it did, because otherwise he might have had some real identity crisis and it would have probably been a lot more difficult to sort through.
That's fascinating. Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, there were 8 movies, so they had to stay in character for, essentially 9 years, maybe more.
Years of their life.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty incredible that all three, Harry, Ron, and Hermione, Rupert Grint, Daniel Radcliffe, and Emma Watson have all gone on to be successful in film and TV and didn't, you know, flame out as child actors. I remember being a little worried for them when they took on these roles because they were so huge.
Yeah.
I've watched everything that they've acted in since because I'm like, no, I will support you. You will have a successful career. We will not let this one go off the rails.
Yeah.
No, that's a good point. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Mike.
I was just going to say, I think the Harry Potter production schedule actually helped them out in the long run because when they started, they were probably, 8 years old, and they were pretty much adults when they finished making the movies. They weren't, just flash in the pan 8 to 10-year-old actors that didn't have anything to do in their teenage years.
Yeah, I think that's probably what made it. That's why I can see that being tougher from Rupert Grint's point of view, is because they were so young. Like he hadn't bloomed into his own person yet, and then taken on an iconic character.
Those formative years.
Yeah, exactly.
You were wrong.
Interesting. It makes sense.
And they kind of did it on the opposite side too. There's this trending thing on TikTok that's the difference between book Hermione and movie Hermione. And you don't really think about it till you watch it. And then she had Rita Skeeter. I mean, I'm going deep into the Harry Potter fandom. She would act and her mannerisms were in the book were so much more in your face. And then the movie version was a little bit more reserved, like Emma was. Or Emma's personality
it's interesting for sure, but I think, all three of them did a good job, and we're glad that they all made it out on the other side.
Yes, no doubt about it.
All right, thanks you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, friends.
Bye.
See ya. And you can always listen to Liz and Mike every weekday morning on 105.1 The Buzz.